Okay, let's set the scene. Imagine this with me. It's August 24th, 2025. You're in Winnipeg, Canada. The air in the arena, it's thick, almost buzzing with anticipation. Hundreds of archers, spectators, and you're standing there on the line. You're 16 years old, from India. The weight of expectation is huge. Not just your dreams, but a whole nation's hopes. One arrow left. That's it. One shot to decide everything. This was the exact moment Sharvari Shende faced at the World Archery Youth Championships. And wow, what an arrow it turned out to be. Sharvari didn't just compete, she absolutely clinched the gold medal. Under 18 women's recurve. She didn't just win, she really made history. And this isn't only about her personal victory, right? It feels like a huge signal for Indian archery. So today we're going to do a real deep dive into Sharvari's incredible journey. We want to uncover, the dedication that got her to that golden moment. We'll look at the strategy, the key shots, and really explore what this massive win means for Indian archery on the world stage.
We're aiming to get beyond just the headlines here, understand the system, the hard work, and the challenges that still lie ahead for them. So let's really paint this picture. Winnipeg, Canada, August 18th to the 24th, 2025. This wasn't just some small tournament. We're talking 570 young archers from 63 countries, all of them aiming for glory, for that top spot. And Sharvari, incredibly, she was seeded 20th after the qualification round. So, she wasn't exactly the favorite going into the eliminations. But her path through those matches, it was just a masterclass in precision and resilience, too. She just kept advancing round after round. Took down opponents from Qatar, then Ukraine.
Then Indonesia and the United States. Steady progress. Then the quarterfinals. She's up against Ye Wang from the USA. And Sharvari wins pretty decisively, 7-3. What really stood out even then was her composure. Just seemed so calm for her age. But the real test, that was still coming, right? The semifinals. That was the real gauntlet. She faced South Korea's top seed, Kim Min-jung.
And that's huge.
Exactly. If you follow archery,
right.
A little, South Korea. In recurve. They are the gold standard.
Yeah.
Legendary, really.
Absolutely. Their technique, their mental game, it's phenomenal.
So for a 16-year-old to face their top seed in a semifinal like this, that's monumental pressure.
Would intimidate anyone.
One Sharvari seemed totally unfazed. She outshot Min-jung again 7-3, just like the quarterfinal, and booked her spot in the gold medal match. Incredible. And if you thought the semi was intense, the final against South Korea's third seed, Kim Mi-won, was pure cinema.
Oh, yeah.
A real nail-biter. Back and forth, they traded sets, neither giving an inch. The tension was just, you could feel it. It ended up tied, 5-5, which meant...
Shoot off.
Exactly. A single arrow shoot-off. The ultimate test of nerve, right? One arrow decides it all. Sharvari stepped up first, laser focus, absolutely unwavering. And she hits a perfect 10. Right in the center.
Wow.
Ye Wang, under all that pressure, she managed a 9. Close, but not enough. And that single point difference, that perfect 10, crowned Sharvari the world champion, made her only the third Indian woman to win this specific title, the under-18 recurve, following Deepika Kumari back in 2011 and Komalika Bari in 2021.
Quite the legacy.
Right. And her reaction said it all. Just pure shock and joy. Am I really the world champion? Oh my God, it was amazing. You could just feel the emotion.
What's really fascinating here isn't just that she won, but who she beat. South Korea.
Yeah.
Their dominance in recurve is it's legendary. It's the benchmark everyone aims for. So for Sharvari to take down 2 top Korean archers back-to-back in the semis and the final, especially at a youth championship where you're seeing the future stars, that sends a really powerful message.
Yeah, it does.
It suggests maybe a shift happening. A growing confidence, a deeper skill pool in the Indian program that lets them genuinely challenge the absolute best. It's not just a fluke, it feels like real progress.
And this progress, this gold medal,
yeah,
it didn't just happen overnight, did it? This wasn't luck.
No, definitely not.
Sharvari's win is built on years of just relentless work. She's from Maharashtra, and she's dedicated herself to intense training, honing her skills at academies in India, really mastering that recurve bow. It takes incredible discipline. And her coach, Rahul Banerjee himself, a former Commonwealth Games gold medalist, he played a huge part. What's interesting is this was actually his coaching debut at these championships. Talk about starting strong.
No kidding.
Apparently, his words to Sharvari right before that shoot-off were spot on. She said he told her, "One arrow will decide if I'm going to be a world champion or not. Be confident, believe in yourself, you're going to be the champion."
Wow, talk about belief.
And she delivered that 10. Proved him right.
It really makes you think about the mental side of elite sport, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
What does it actually take to hold it together like that? To maintain that laser focus in a shoot-off, especially when you're up against someone from South Korea, the powerhouse nation.
Right.
Her ability to just block out the noise, channel that immense pressure into one perfect shot, it says so much about her mental strength. It's not just physical skill at that level, is it? It's a mind game.
And while Sharvari's individual gold was obviously the big headline, India's overall performance in Winnipeg was fantastic. Really showed their depth.
Yeah, I saw the overall medal tally. Impressive.
Totally. The whole contingent brought back 8 medals. 4 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze. A really strong showing. Sharvari herself actually added to that tally. She was part of the under-18 women's recurve team that won bronze, alongside Gatha Kadaki and Jana Kumar.
Okay.
And then Gatha Kadaki teamed up with Agasti Singh for another bronze in the under-18 mixed recurve event. But it wasn't just recurve. The compound archers were on fire, too.
Yeah.
Gold medals for the under-21 men's game. Under-18 men's team. And Shakita Tanaparthi won the under-21 women's individual gold.
Wow, sweeping up.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Plus, Prathika Pradeep got silver individually and another silver in the under-18 mixed compound team with Mohit Dagar. It's a really broad success story across the board.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, a performance like that across different age groups and disciplines, it's not just about individual talent shining through, is it?
No, seems like more.
It really points to the strength of India's youth development system. It shows they're consistently finding and nurturing talent in both recurve and compound. You can see how that sustained investment in coaching, in facilities, building on what they did in Limerick in 2023, it's genuinely paying dividends now.
Right.
A hall like that suggests a healthy pipeline. They're identifying talent, training it well, and getting results on the world stage. It feels systematic.
You mentioned the system, and particularly this win in recurve. That feels especially significant, right? Because recurve is the Olympic discipline.
Exactly. That's the key link.
India's often seemed, close in recurve at the Olympics. Lots of potential. But actually converting that into medals has been, well, tougher.
A tougher nut to crack. Yeah.
So how much of a game changer is Sharvari beating the Koreans specifically for those Olympic dreams?
I think it's potentially huge. Sharvari's win, especially against South Korea in recurve, isn't just symbolic, it's concrete proof. It shows their archers have the skill, yes, but maybe more importantly, they have the mental game, the toughness to win against the very best under the highest pressure.
The belief factor.
Precisely. That kind of demonstrated resilience, that's a massive boost for their Olympic hopes. LA 2028 is only 3 years away, really. This kind of result can genuinely shift the mindset, not just for the athletes, but for the whole support system, the coaches, everyone. It proves it's possible.
And her coach, Rahul Banerjee, he clearly sees her as a potential leader for this next wave.
Yeah.
He said, pretty directly, Sharvari's achievement is a signal that Indian archery is on the right track. She has the talent, the work ethic, and the mental strength to compete at the senior level.
High praise indeed. Especially from someone who's been there, done that.
Yeah, he knows what it takes.
And this upward trend we're seeing, it's not happening in a vacuum. It's built on some very deliberate strategic investments over time.
Right, it's not accidental.
We've seen better coaching coming in, much better access to world-class facilities than maybe, say, 10 years ago. And crucially, more chances for these young archers to compete internationally. The Archery Association of India, the AAI, has been central to this. Things like the Tata Archery Academy, providing that dedicated long-term environment. Or bringing in top foreign coaches like Lim Chae-woong from South Korea. That kind of expertise makes a real difference.
Yeah, importing that knowledge.
Exactly. These aren't just small tweaks. They're building a foundation for sustained success.
And speaking of building momentum, there's this new Archery Premier League starting up soon, right?
Right.
October 2025.
Yes, I saw that announcement. Sounds exciting.
It really does. First time they're doing a franchise-based league like this in India for archery. They're getting the big names involved, Deepika Kumari, Dheeraj Bhamadevara, Jyoti Surekavenim, plus international stars too.
Okay, so real visibility.
Exactly. And here's the cool part for Sharvari. She and her teammate, Gatha Kadake, they've already been picked for the women's recurve category in the league.
Wow, straight in after the Youth Worlds win. That's fantastic exposure for her. The AAI president, Arjun Munda, he called it a game changer, and you can see why.
Yeah.
A league like this does two key things. One, it massively boosts the sport's visibility within India, takes it potentially to a much wider audience. But two, and maybe more importantly for athlete development, it seriously raises the competitive bar domestically. Think about the experience these young archers will get, competing under lights, big crowds maybe, going head-to-head with established international stars regularly.
Pressure situations.
Exactly, that kind of high-stakes experience week in, week out. That's invaluable for transitioning from youth success to senior consistency. It really hones that competitive edge.
So, okay, lots of positives. Sharvari's win, the overall team performance, the new league. It's a great moment for Indian archery. But let's be real. The path forward probably isn't completely smooth, right? There are always challenges.
Absolutely. And it's important to keep those in perspective. Sustaining this kind of growth is the next big hurdle. Despite these fantastic successes, Indian archery still faces some systemic challenges.
Like what, specifically?
Well, funding can still be inconsistent. Flows aren't always steady, which makes long-term planning harder. And then there's the issue of equipment access, especially in rural areas, getting hold of high-quality bows, arrows, all the gear. It's expensive.
Right, it's specialized stuff.
Very specialized. And that creates an equity issue. You might have incredibly talented kids who just can't afford the basic tools to progress. So while the elite level gets a boost from things like the new league, you have to make sure the grassroots foundation where the next Sharvars are coming from isn't neglected. It's a balancing act.
And for Sharvari herself, I mean, she's only 16, the immediate challenge is just managing this momentum.
Yeah, right.
And stepping up to the senior level.
For sure. That's a huge leap.
Her composure in Winnipeg was amazing, no doubt. But the senior circuit, it's a different beast. Higher pressure, tougher, more experienced competitors consistently.
It demands another level of adaptation, both technically and mentally. It's a big transition. But, and this is the exciting part, the opportunity is massive. Because the whole world of archery is shifting a bit.
Also.
Well, South Korea is still dominant, obviously, but you're seeing other nations really stepping up and challenging them more consistently. I think India, the U.S., Turkey. The gap might be closing. Slowly. And India is in this really interesting spot. They've got seasoned veterans like Deepika Kumari who know how to win.
Right, former world down to one.
Exactly. And now they have this surge of exciting young talent like Sharvari coming through with proven world-class ability, that blend of experience and youth. That's a potent mix. It really positions them well for a potential breakthrough at the highest level, including the Olympics, in the next few years.
And Sharvari, she summed up the feelings so well after her win. She said, "I always had a dream to become the world champion, and this is my last year in the cadet category, so I feel very proud. I feel I've made India proud."
Simple, powerful.
Just captured that personal dream meeting national pride. It's what sport can do. So ultimately, Sharvari Shende's gold medal, it feels like more than just one win. It's a symbol, isn't it? A really gleaming symbol of the potential that's there in India's youth archery system. It's a moment that really argues for continued investment, continued support, keeping that focus sharp.
And looking forward, you've got the next Youth Worlds in Antalya in 2027, and then the big one, LA 2028. Sharvari and her cohort, they're now carrying the hopes, the expectations of a nation in a way maybe previous generations didn't quite experience after a win like this. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does it mean when one young athlete's performance can potentially shift the whole trajectory of a sport in a country? How far will the ripples from that single golden arrow in Winnipeg actually travel? Beyond the archery range into inspiring, a whole new generation.
It's a fantastic story. Perseverance, incredible talent, and that courage under pressure. It really shows that when you get that alignment, talent, hard work, opportunity of sport, and maybe even a nation's sporting ambitions can genuinely aim for the stars.